For centuries, people have taken great risk and traveled great lengths and still do to this day to come to the land of opportunity, also known as America. This is a solid reminder of when people say America is not a great country, then why is it everybody is still risking their lives to get here? Hello, I'm Steve Inman and welcome back to Resist the Mainstream. Make sure to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell to stay up to date with our latest videos. Lately, things have changed, and a mom is speaking out about escaping the grips of communism and coming to a country where she would believe she would be free. Things have changed, obviously, in the last several years, especially with free speech in the current political climate. Parents being targeted as terrorists when they speak out about the sick curriculums these schools are imposing on their children. Take a look at this mom speaking out against the tyranny she escaped, only to be reminded of it with the school board's treatment of parents.
But it's pretty clear what I have to say, so I will speak from my heart. As much as we've tried to work with you in every way as parents who are concerned, genuinely concerned parents, because who else cares about their children more than parents? And up until now, I was unaware of the things that are happening in schools until very recently, until a month ago, and I have never been to a board meeting until this moment. And initially, I never expected to see and hear what I did, but here we go. Good evening, comrades. I identify as royalty. My pronouns are Her Majesty. And per your own policy of punishing students for using correct grammar, you're henceforth going to refer to me as Her Majesty. I know, it's ridiculous, right? So is mandating compelled speech onto students, which is a violation of First Amendment rights. That is just, are you aware of the policies of the country within which you're operating? Honestly? Furthermore, it is wonderful that I see so many signs that say no hate. Nobody here hates anybody. Everyone has the right to live and express themselves as they wish. Absolutely, that is what everyone wants. And more than anything, parents want their kids to be highly educated. Now, what bothers me is, I'm sure you remember, or if not, I and my family grew up in a communist country. We left our homes and our families to come for a better opportunity here, the land of the free, where we just pledged allegiance to the flag. And it's odd that now we are mandating speech. That I never thought I was going to hear that day happen when we landed in America in 1990. Now, what bothers me even further so is by implementing these rules and mandates, what you're really telling children to do is, it's funny because I see so many no room for hate, hate has no home here signs, absolutely true. But what you're essentially doing is you're teaching children to hate themselves, who they really truly are, and instead adopt a fantasy identity and then impose that on others and force other children to go along with that fantasy. Otherwise they will be punished. I don't know how that is acceptable in any country that is civil. And in essence, what I understand from this is that you're stifling their growth, their normal human evolutionary process as a human being by crystallizing this identity into this particular moment of their growth as a human being to being an adult that is a successful and moral human being in society. You're stifling that growth and making them just be this one identity that's a moment within their entire evolution as a human being as they grow. You can't ask a 5-year-old to decide who they are now because it's a process of growth. I was an idiot when I was 11, but thank God that stage passed. Imagine if I was encouraged to crystallize what I thought and felt then into my adulthood. I'm so glad that didn't happen. But in essence, what I'm taking from this is that from what I see, all the evidence presented in your policies is that you're essentially enforcing and creating lifelong medical patients for the child mutilation industry. This is essentially a crimes against humanity because you're doing it to children. You're robbing them of the experience that they may have to grow up and experience all the stages of a human development. I wanted to be a dinosaur when I was 5. Thank God that stage passed. In essence, I really ask you to, I understand you get all these rules from the powers that be, the Orwellian and draconian laws that you're just passing along, but I ask you to have some compassion, maybe feel what parents feel. Nobody here hates anybody. Nobody. There is no such thing as hate. And it's wrong to force a certain small group of people's ideologies on everyone and not have respect on their culture, their religion, their ideas, their beliefs. Everyone has to conform to one ideology. That's what I call communism. Have a good night.
I got to give much props to that mother for speaking out, especially about communism and the clutches of evil that she escaped to come to this country and to make a better life. And to see it happening in slow, real time here in a country that she thought she was free, it's sort of disheartening. So I'm glad people are fighting back. I'm glad people are continuing to speak out, because you could always vote yourself into socialism or communism. Yeah, that's great. But you're going to have to fight your way out of it in the end. Again, I'm Steve Inman. Make sure to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell to stay up to date with our latest videos. Until next time, take care, resist the mainstream, and we'll see you then.